So it's that time of the year, time to put the garden to bed, and that means that Halloween's coming as well, and my wife has asked me to put together some corn shocks for decorations. So that's what I'm going to do. There's really not that much to it, but there's some things you can do to give you a better result. First thing I'm going to do is cut these down. I'm going to take about a quarter of them. I figure I've got enough to make about 4 shocks. So I'm going to cut them all down at ground level, give myself the maximum length to work with, and then take them up to where I'm going to be putting them. Think wind's going to be an issue, and if you're sure you're not going to move it during the season, you can put a short T-post in and build your shock around that, and it'll hold it where you need it to go, or where you need it to be. So you can make these any height you want. You know, it just depends on what look you're going for and how much room you've got. I'm going to go for a little over 6 feet. And because I cut all of the stalks off very, very tall, I can now cut them roughly the length once I've got everything established. Now I don't want to cut these all off exactly to the same height. That would look weird. But I want them to be close. So the first thing I'm going to do is take about 4 of these and lean them up. Oops. All right, so I've got 4 of them. The final shock, once we get to the outside and get it fully fleshed out, I'll tie with cornstalk. But initially I'm just going to use some baling twine and get these in place and get kind of the framework built. And because I'm going about 6 feet high, I'm putting these about the bases of the corn stalks about a foot, a little more than a foot out from the post. Another way of saying that is 2 feet apart, side to side. I'm going to leave these ends loose and long so I can pile some more up there and tie them in before I put the final row around. This one's thin enough, it might make a good one to tie with, so I'm going to set that aside. we're going to cut any of these hangouts, these things that protrude. And we're also going to make sure, let's see a good example. Yeah, that's not much of one. But when we get the odd ear of corn, we're going to make sure and pull that off too. Just adds weight and causes problems. Take it up. I should have mentioned that I'm making this tie about 2/3 of the way up. It just seems to be the right place to get the look you want. It's going to come out looking okay the way it is. But it'll look better in a week when all the green has turned brown. A couple more. Okay, so we've got it pretty much. That may be a little skinny, but I'm going to go with it. So I take a small corn stalk and I'm going to bend it, pre-bend it a little bit for my tie. We need a small one so that it's not quite so stiff. So that's about it. Like I said, this will look better when it's browned and when the tops have opened up a little bit and started to sag. I may have enough time to let this sit before I get to it, and I'll take a picture of how it looks then. But that's it. So thanks for checking us out. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.